Hi, I'm Brooke, and I am the head of costumes.
I'm Tori, and I'm her assistant.
We briefly wanted to go over the basic expectations of the costumes department. There's a lot that we do, even if you might not think. We not only do we have to pick out costumes, we have to make sure that they fit, and we have to do quick changes throughout the show, and make sure that all the costumes are back once the show's over. Some things that we have to do while the show, like before the show, is we have to make sure that we understand the play and make sure that we have read the play and know the characters, and even ask the characters like what they perceive their character as, so that we can accurately represent their character into the costumes. We So as that goes on, we start picking out things that we think might fit them and as their character, and we ask them to come try it on, and then we ask Vern if she likes it or not, and if there's anything that we could add or change, and she'll accept it from there. So we also have to just like put their names on hangers to make sure that they know what costumes theirs, and maybe like options next to it. And what's really important is getting also backups for the show, because if like something happens during the show, we need to be ready to have a backup in case something happens. So during the show, it's very important that we get there and we pull out the racks and the shoes to have them ready for the actors to get changed into, and try them on again before the show in case something happened to it or if they need something else. And then we have to get ready to take the quick change racks out to the sides and make sure that those are set with all the right costumes, and make sure that the actors know which side they're coming to, or we have to ask them where they want to be, where they're going to be on the stage with their quick changes, so that we are there and ready for them.
The big thing in costumes is staying organized. Like we said, we have quick change racks on both the girl side and the boy side with all their costumes on it, and we have hangers with their names on it so they know that that's their costume.
Alright, this is the green room. This is basically where you guys will reside for your time in theater before and during the shows. And this is basically the main area where the actors will come like after they're changed, and they'll have like before the performance we'll have like talks with Vern, and
they'll do their makeup and hair.
Yep, and this is just like the main area where people will hang out. So if you come onto this side, this is the girl side, and what we did want to mention is before going onto the opposite sex sides, you will want to yell, "Is everyone decent?" to make sure that everyone's dressed, just in case. So if you come over here, this is the girls' side, and
this is where they change.
Yeah, you change out here. Normally the rack will be right here with all the costumes with the shoes underneath, and yeah, so some people will come in here and do their hair and makeup if they choose. This cabinet over here is also important. This has a bunch of supplies for costumes. There's an iron in here, and there's pins as well, and just things that you might need to fix up a costume, or just like make it how the actor needs it. Then if we come over here, this is the costume closet for the girls' side. This is where you will find most of the costumes. It is very full.
Yeah.
Compared to the guys' side, this has a lot more costumes, but so. Oh, one thing I did want to mention is the doors. They lock if you don't have something holding them open. So you do, if you move this box, you would be locked out if you're on the outside.
Also for us, on the door, there's like an organization kit, I guess, to show you where every item is, and to make sure we know where everything is to get them ready for actors.
Yep. And some things, as you can see, they are up high, so you will have to use the ladder or you'll have to get onto the wooden shelf to get hats, but we don't really allow people getting on the wooden shelves just for fun, just to get the hats, and that's it. So this is the closet with the accessories. As you can see, there's some jewelry down here, and it also has a bunch of hair and makeup stuff in here because this is the main room for the actors to be in to do their hair and makeup, but also there's some accessories for us to use as well. Moving on to the guys' side, as we would ask, is everyone decent? And make sure that everyone is. And so we walk over here, and here is the changing side for the guys. Pretty much, yeah, pretty much the same. And then, so you'll just hang out here, put on your costumes, make sure you're ready for the show, and then you'll go out and do hair and makeup. Into the closet, it's the same situation with the door. You have to put something in front of it to make sure that
There's all the
it
organization.
doesn't shut. Yep. And it's pretty much the same as the girl side, except a little bit less close.
And in the back, there's the magical clothes, which you're not allowed to touch because that's not for theater.
Yeah. And up here we have some just like belts and suspenders and stuff, and as well as the girl side we have hats as well. Alright, so we've given you the basic overview of what the costume department has to go through before and during shows and after. So there was a few things we did want to mention. That being said, we wanted to mention that the costume people are not allowed to try on costumes for their own fun. And another thing we wanted to mention was during shows, you want to be super quiet behind stage because they can still hear you and it's pretty distracting. And the last thing we wanted to say was this huge door right here is really loud if you slam it, so you want to shut it quietly. See you soon!